Episode 100 of the 580 show. Boys, we made it. Should
One
we
handy.
should we just clap it up or something?
I
I
don't know.
can't I can't believe we made it.
The
I don't
fans are
think I'm
clapping up
feeling it.
already. The fans are
Yeah.
clapping up
We
already.
appreciate it back home clapping for us.
Maybe
100.
Dante can cue in some like fireworks or something.
Hey,
Who's the-
Choo choo choo.
they said we wouldn't do it, Frawley.
Who's
They
They
they?
did say
said we
that.
wouldn't do it, Dante.
Who's
A
they, Josh?
hundred, 100 straight weeks. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, birthdays, competitions, national championships. We did it. 100 straight weeks. I'm proud of us. It's it's crazy to think like how far. If you just think 100 weeks ago, where we were at, what we were doing. I didn't know Jason Frawley really yet. I
Nope.
don't think I ever had an actual conversation with him yet. Dante, I don't know if you remember, but the first, so it was me, Riley, and Dante were in my uncle's garage where we used to train right before 580 opened. We had at this point had known that 580 was going to open. And I was like, I've always wanted to do a podcast, and Dante was currently doing another one, kind of. And we just kind of brainstormed about it. And yeah, we had the podcast idea actually before 580 was even open, and we did it the first week that 580 Barbell was open. So 100 weeks at the gym, 100 weeks of the podcast. I'm thank you so much. If you're new listening, if you listen from episode, it's crazy because there's some people that have literally listened to all 100 episodes now.
Yep.
Like,
It's come a long way since episode 1.
That's a
so
fact.
we had no idea what we were even gonna do. Like we were just kind of having fun. We think about all the places. I mean, I know this might be boring for the listener, but it's really fun to be nostalgic about this. And we've got a really big episode, so stay tuned. It's gonna be really inside 580, but we've got a giveaway. And we're gonna talk about the bridge, Northeast regionals, all that stuff. But
Yep.
Dante, it's crazy. Before Frawley, I don't know when Frawley came on, probably like
I think it was episode 12 or 13 was my first
right,
one.
right in there.
Yep.
But to think about the places that we recorded the pod too
Right.
was really funny. Like we've recorded at like shows, obviously. Like we recorded in like Amish buildings at Airbnbs, but even like we've recorded obviously in hotel rooms,
The
episodes
Airport.
episodes that have never even heard the light of day. Frawley recorded one with Riley in the
Yep.
car
Thank
Yep.
you.
that we were supposed to do, and we never aired that one.
Right.
There's been probably like 3 or 4 episodes we've never aired. Like we've done. I think we remember we did one when I was in like the Dallas airport, and we came back and we're like,
Yep.
yeah, it's kind of crap.
The audio sucked too bad. We couldn't publish it.
And then like we recorded in the furnace room of the Legion, literally where the furnace is, and then we had to stop halfway through because the furnace kicked on.
Right.
We filmed in the like the tool closet of the Legion. We filmed behind the curtain on the stage of the Legion.
Yeah.
We filmed
At your house.
We filmed at my house.
The reverse
UFC
hyper
fights,
machine.
on the reverse
Yep.
hyper at the gym.
Let's talk about the ones that we recorded and we were like, dude, this episode sucks. We got to do it over.
Yeah, right.
Like not like bad quality, not bad video. Like, no, like, dude, our conversation was horrible.
like
we got to throw that episode out and do it again.
Yeah.
We've
it's
done
so
that.
funny. It's funny because I was talking with Dante and like, because I worry about Zoom because it's like obviously there's a small delay, right?
Yeah.
But I told Dante like it's crazy how well us three have kind of learned like our roles and like when to talk, when's obviously I kind of talk the most, but we just have really like hit our stride, and I can't wait for the next 100 episodes. Like I'm never gonna stop the 580 show because as long as 580 barbell is a thing, because I just like it too much.
No chance.
Like it's fun getting up and doing this for like an hour or whatever, and we BS before we BS. We just talk a lot. We're friends, so it's like it comes natural. But we've really like kind of learned each other and hit a groove. And it's funny if you go back, if you're new, go back and listen to like just pick a random episode, like episode 7, and go
They're
listen.
not very good.
We had no idea what direction. Hell, I mean, our gym was only a third of the size it is now.
Right.
It's just personally, I know, and I'm sure you guys are the same. I mean, dude, think about it. We'd filmed the first episode. Frawley had never done a strongman competition.
That's
I
true.
never even done a log, man. I've never done a sandbag, a stone, nothing.
Yeah,
Never done
literally
any of them.
nothing strongman.
Nothing.
Like it, I had never done a nationals, and now I won a nationals. Like
Crazy.
it's so crazy. Like, and I just think about it from a personal. Like, I was when we wait. Let me think about this. I had just gotten engaged, and now I'm
Right.
married.
Right.
We didn't like the gym was nowhere near where it was. We were filming the pod. This is funny too, Dante. I remember we were filming the pod before we had equipment in the gym.
Yes.
Remember, like before our first order of that's the night I met you, Frawley.
Uh-huh.
We were doing that. We're like, oh, the equipment's not quite here yet. We only have like 3 squat racks and think about it. Horsepower's only been out since episode like 50 something, right?
It hasn't even been out for a year.
Yeah. So like we have like a supplement we're talking about having a full supplement line now. We're gonna add whey protein. We just added our 3rd flavor of pre-workout. Like we didn't run it. I mean, we ran the Pig Iron Classic, which was the first show I ever ran. And that same night was actually the first night that I had the keys to the gym.
Right.
Without like, we took equipment down there that night. We took straight from Pig Iron Classic. And it's a crazy reflection. Like episode 100, it's crazy to just think about how far we come, and I'm so appreciative.
I think about that too. Like if you started listening to the 580 show when it started, episode 1, and kind of followed along, like you've really seen probably 90% of the gym's strongman story, if you will. Josh has obviously been doing strongman for a lot longer, but Dante was relatively new to strongman when 580 barbell opened. I had never done it before, and like you can kind of follow along and be like, okay, like let's see where these guys, like you can see the progress that we've made as like in strongman, in terms of strongman. I'm sure there's things that we said in episode 22 that were dumb, and we didn't realize they were dumb, but at the time it was like, well, why does this happen? And one thing we know, we're right about live strongman. But
yeah,
anyway,
that's literally that's what I was gonna say too. It's crazy because even when I opened the gym, I was still, I mean, comparatively, I was still new to strongman. You know, only like 2-ish years or whatever.
Right.
And we said stuff. It's cool because we said stuff from a complete like beginners all the way like evolving a gym. So yes, some stuff might have been stupid, but we had the insight to be like, well, why can't we just watch this stuff live? And like now it's crazy to see, like with Anthony, like Clash wasn't even a thing yet.
Right.
When we started this pod. And now it's just crazy. So, you know, to put into perspective, Dante did our first episode ever aired on December 21st, 2020.
There you go.
It's called
Dante.
Welcome to 580.
Yep. Welcome to 580. Dante, let's just read I just want to read the caption. Welcome to the 580 show. Josh, the owner of the new gym about to open in Monaca, PA, hosts the episode, followed by his witty sidekick, Riley Flynn. Never should describe Riley as witty. And the tech producer, Dante Petrella. We discuss first episode things such as planning for a podcast or not, thoughts on first strongman shows, discount giveaway challenges, and more. First episodes are always new and exciting, so expect a new episode every week. And guess what? That final thing, we delivered. How many people said that? How many people have said that? Weekly episodes.
Yep.
I'm not trying to take a victory lap, but I am.
I am. I'm taking it. We're here.
Yeah.
We've said it a million times. Every Sunday at 7, you can expect 580 show.
Except the one day.
We started at 9.
Except the Super Bowl.
We started at 9 for a while, and then we moved it to 7.
Yep.
But no, it's so
people
cool
just couldn't wait, dude. People just couldn't wait.
It's just so cool to go look at. So episode 12, a power lifter turns into a strongman, and that's when Frawley goes.
That's when I started. Yep.
It says we go over. It was us 3 and Cuzzy, and it says we go over Frawley's slow transition into becoming a strongman, and his thoughts about powerlifting versus strongman. It's so cool to just look at the titles like PA Dutch 10.
Yep.
That was Dante's first open show win.
That was at the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Yep. Subway cookies. One title on here that I see a couple times, the Pig Out Classic. Like I want to do that still.
Yeah.
I have an actual good cause for it, and we'll talk about it in 2023. But yeah, live from Texas, anime. When we qualify for nationals. And then think about the cool guests we've had on. Like we'll get into the episode here in 1 second, but it's crazy to see like we literally had like our most viewed episode is when Strongman Corp got bought and then didn't get bought, and somehow Rob Kearney came on just our podcast to announce everything.
Well, he was on Tommy Burns too.
He was on. Well, they did like a live Facebook, but it wasn't even
Yeah.
a podcast.
Okay.
He went on Joe Rogan's podcast, and then he went on ours 2 days
Yeah.
later. How
He
crazy!
graduated to the 580 show.
Best decision he's ever made, I think.
We had like Paul Mauser, Anthony Deal. We
Yep.
had obviously like local people we've had on. And it's really cool to just see how much stuff we've gotten into.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for the next 100. I mean, that's all I gotta say.
Dude,
So,
we've had Furman on, we've had Ken McClelland on, we had
Dion
what was Dion, Ralph with the
from
the Ragnarok games. Like,
yeah,
man,
we've had like Cody Abel and Andrew Haynes.
There you go.
Nick
That was a
Hine.
good episode.
Yeah, Nick Hine.
Nick Hine.
So, yeah, so thank you, everyone. It's, honestly, I know we all appreciate it. It's nice to go and spend an hour every week. And Dante, I mean, he spent, honestly, like, that is one thing I want to say. Dante puts, I think about the podcast a lot. I really do, probably more than I should. Just when I'm driving, I write notes down and stuff I want to talk about. But on the actual back end, Dante does so much crap for this, like, upload. I would this podcast would have never seen the light of day if Dante didn't show me how to upload to an RSS. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it would just be like Creed thoughts, me talking into the air, like me typing into nothing. So, like, he deserves a round of applause. I would tell him to put a round of applause in here, but that would just be more work for him. So if you're at home, you're driving, whatever, clap it up for Dante real quick. But he's done a great job.
Yeah, I promise I'll
Obviously-
hear it. I promise I'll hear it.
Yeah. Obviously, we just started another podcast. It's like more of a show as well. Like, we have the 580 show. This is always going to be our main priority, but I started one with Anthony, and Dante's producing that, and it's so highly produced that, it's just even more work for him. So he does an awesome job. I know he likes doing this stuff, but like, crazy good job for Dante. He's been on what have you missed? Like, probably a couple episodes, Dante?
Hadn't been very many.
Just a few.
But even the ones you missed, you had to sit there and edit and upload,
Right.
So it's like awesome. Like, obviously the shows wouldn't be out without Dante. So awesome job. And
World's
that's all I'm going to
strongest
say.
producer, baby.
We had I just appreciate everyone. I had the most eye-opening experience. We went to nationals and 5+ people came up to us. It was like, we like the show. We listened to the show on the way here. Like, that's so cool that you remember that people listen. So
Oh yeah.
thank you all. Probably, did I cut you off? Did you say something else?
I just said world's strongest producer.
Yeah,
That's all.
for sure.
Getting there.
So
Slow and steady, baby.
If
So,
not
man,
one day.
we got a lot to talk about. Well, to celebrate episode 100 weeks, as this episode's posted, so 7 p.m. Eastern on 11/13, you can go to our Instagram page. I'm gonna have a post up just an actual full post, not a story, an actual post. It's just gonna be the 580 show logo, and it's gonna say something, to celebrate episode 100, and it's gonna have you tag a friend, and you can have unlimited tags, and we're gonna be giving away multiple things. It's gonna all be in the bio. I know you'll be able to win some pre-workout. I know you'll be able to win some Grip Mountain chalk, right, Dante?
Yep.
And there'll be horsepower, there'll be Grip Mountain liquid chalk, and there'll be a 580 shirt. So we'll do multiple giveaways. We'll have a couple winners just to kind of give back to everyone that listens and supports us. So make sure you guys go get on the giveaway, win some of the best pre-workout on the market and some of the best liquid chalk,
Yep. Shout out to newest athlete, Natty Stowers.
Yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah.
just killing it
Teammate.
at OSU right now.
New teammate.
You guys can always go to 580barbell.com. We have a gear drop down. There's shirts that'll ship right from the warehouse right to you, and then you can always buy pre-workout right there. We have a ton of pre-workout, I promise. We got like 600 tubs in my office right now, and then pineapple's coming in the next couple weeks. So really excited for pineapple. And Dante, you want to talk about how you can get Grip Mountain as well?
Yeah, if you go to the Grip Mountain website, link in the bio for the Instagram page, Right now it's just a generic URL website, but we're working on getting that into an official one soon. So
Yeah. Best liquid chalk in the world. Best chalk in the world.
yep, and pretty
We've
much
got
we'll ship as soon as we can. So
yeah.
don't gotta wait
Same with
around
the
forever for it.
same
Hell
with the
yeah.
pre. We've officially got the best supplements, best liquid chalk, best gym. We got it all. Best podcast. So you guys came to the right place.
Let's just put it this
Um,
way: we're people that care and want to put in the most effort to make the best products and to give you guys the best show and talks and whatever else in the strongman
yeah.
community that we can do for you guys. So
That's
Let us
fact.
always let us know what you want to talk about. We do a lot of inside stuff, but we always hit the news. We always hit the hot topics in strongman.
Yep.
So if there's something someone wants to come on and chirp, if we think they can chirp with us and have a good time, they're always welcome.
Absolutely.
Um, let's get into it, boys. Battle at the Bridge 2.
Let's go.
Okay,
what the people want.
so God, buckle up because it's gonna confuse some people. Probably, I really need you guys to chime in if I'm not making sense, okay? Because you guys are both competitors, and
Yep.
I'm now okay. I'm gonna turn my hat
Your
the other
meat
way.
director. Meat
I'm
director
now
Josh.
I'm now a promoter. Turn my
Yep.
hat the other way.
Yep.
So I'm not a competitor now. So if there's something from a competitor aspect, because it's a lot, and this isn't, I don't know if this type of show has ever been done.
It's innovative. It's
It's
different.
okay. So today is November 13th, Sunday, November 13th. November 20th, next Sunday, you'll be able to sign up. November
Let's
20th,
go.
episode 101 of the 580 show. Everything will be done on Iron Podium. But there's going to be 2 Iron Podium pages, and I'll explain why in a second. So, first off, June 24th, mark your calendars. June 24th, 2023. Same location, bigger and better, though, this year.
Boom.
June 24th, you can sign up for the Northeast Strongman Corporation Regional Championships or Battle at the Bridge 2, both held on the same exact day. They're both Battle at the Bridge, but the Iron Podium page, just to avoid confusion. So let's see here. So
I would start with the reasoning why you're doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting there. Okay, so June 24th, there'll be a show in the morning. It's going to start at 10 a.m. and go till 2 p.m.
Yep.
And that is the Northeast Regional Championship. So
Correct.
every winner of all 10 open class, there's only open classes. So the only way to compete at that show is if you're qualified for regionals. 2023 is the first year where Strongman Corp, you have to be qualified for regionals. It's not a hard qualification process. But if you're qualified, and if you did bridge last year and you came in the top percentage, you're qualified. If you did a local show, chances are you're qualified. But you have to check. If you go right to strongmancorporation.com, they have a qualified athletes thing. It may be a couple weeks behind, but you can check your name on there to make sure you're qualified. So all 10 classes there, the winner of all 10 classes gets an Arnold Invitational bid for 2024. Don't got to do nationals. Don't got to do anything else. Straight to the Arnold, the amateur world championships. Okay. You got your bid.
Right.
The top 3 get invited to nationals if there's 5 or less in your class, and then so on. There's a whole tier system, and it'll all be in the Iron Podium. But so morning, Northeast Regional Championships, okay? And then I wasn't going to do regionals if I couldn't have, because we're trying to grow strongman, right? It's like what Dante was saying, and what we were all saying. We care. We're like more of the common men in strongman, right? Like we've talked about it the last 100 weeks. We've seen it from the ground up, and we're kind of a new perspective, and we're coming up. And I wasn't gonna do it if I couldn't have novice and masters and just normal. I hate saying that. Just open athletes that aren't qualified for regionals.
You don't want to exclude any competitors.
100%.
That's what it boils down to.
We're never going to exclude people from our shows because I want as many people as possible.
Right.
So this accomplishes a couple things, right? Well, first off, all the regionals and Battle at the Bridge 2 are going to have the same exact events. Regionals is going to be heavy, really heavy.
Yep.
And then, the Battle of the Bridge 2, which anyone can sign up for. If you don't want to do regionals, if you just want to sign up for a local show, you can just sign up for Battle of the Bridge 2. It's a strongman corporation show. So the
Yep.
winner of each class still goes to nationals. 2 and 3 go to it. If you have 3 in your class, if you have 5 or more, the top 4 go. If you have 6, whatever, 7 or more, the top 5 go to regionals for next year.
Right.
So it's a normal show you qualify for now. You can just do that show. It'll be cheaper. It's going to be $50 to do Battle of the Bridge 2. That's it. $50.
The open.
Regionals will be 100 because it's regionals. It'll maybe not 100, but it'll be more money.
Right.
They'll have the same events, and like you said, probably we don't want to ever exclude anyone. We're trying to.
That was
grow
off the table.
strongman.
Yeah.
We like everyone. We don't do drama. Like, you'll know if you go in strongman, the longer you're in it, there's a lot of drama. There's a lot of BS. We stay out of that. We have fun. We want to make more friends. That's what we want to do. We want to make more friends. We want to bring more to 580 barbell, and we want to help people more. As our supplements grow, we're going to sponsor more people and sponsor more shows, etc. So we want as many people to come out on June 24th and enjoy it with us. But this is going to do a
both highly competitive and also open and novice and masters. Everybody. That's the big thing, because Josh told me straight up, he's like, I'm not hosting a regional if I can't have novice, masters, and everybody. He's like, I want everybody to be able to do the show, and if I can't do that, I'm not hosting a regional.
Yeah.
So that's pretty serious.
Yeah. So I was dead serious.
Right.
It means more to me. I like in the rules meeting, and it'll happen in less than a month from today at Polar Express, when you get to say, how many people is this your first show? And those hands shoot up, and you get to meet these new people that maybe did powerlifting, maybe did CrossFit, maybe never did a lifting competition, a sports competition in their life. And it's so cool to have all these different backgrounds of people come together. And 5 of those people may get bit by the iron bug and then do strongman for the rest of their lifting career. And I really pride myself on that, because I said it on this podcast before. If I would have done someone else's show other than Paul Mauser's, my first show, I may never done strongman, and I may never open a strongman gym, So it's like, I want to leave that impression, and I want not just me, because it's not, when I run a show, it's by no means just me, it's everyone. I want 580 barbell to leave the sport a lot better than when we found it, and I genuinely mean that. And so yeah, a long way of saying, anyone who wants to compete will get to compete. Just make sure you sign up for the right one, and we'll highlight it again next week a little bit. But Northeast Regional Championships, there's no cap on competitors for that. So whoever signs up, whoever's qualified, got your honorable bids up for grabs. Awesome. And then night show, if you want to just do it, even if you're qualified for regionals and you want to just do a more fun, open, lighter show, and that's fine. We'll have the novice classes, we'll have the master's class, we'll have the teen classes, and we'll have all 10 open classes.
Right.
Okay. So
and if you do the regional, you can also stick around and help with the local show after. So that's my intention. I know Dante intends to do the same thing. So you're already there, you might as well help out.
And what I like too is actually from a logistical standpoint, because if we're gonna have 300 competitors that weekend, it breaks it into 2 sessions. It really helps us soften the blow, and run a really high quality show. I already talked to my Central Valley boys, like Caden and them. They're just the best dudes on earth, man. Like,
they're like, yeah, dude, whatever.
He's on a run to another Whitfield championship, potentially another state championship. They're in the middle of their football season. This is a 17-year-old kid, and he texted me last night. He's like, "Hey, Josh, can we help at the winter show?" I'm like, "Yes, dude, of course." Like, he's like, "We had such a fun time helping." So like, we'll have a ton of volunteers.
Oh yeah.
But we'll talk about a little bit more details with Bridge. But is there anything, like, right off the bat? Is there anything that you guys would ask?
Do we know time frames, like what time the open would start compared to the regional?
So 10 to 2 for the regional, and then 3 to 7 for the open at max.
Right.
I have a really good, it's crazy because I know that I'm about to say the 5 events here in a second, but the way the layout, I picked events that I love first off, and I changed up events because I didn't want Yoke again, 3 straight shows. I didn't want Sandbag. You guys will hear the events, but I picked events that are really easy for my volunteers, easier on
Right.
them, and that we can rotate faster. So it's a
Right.
good pace show.
Right.
Truthfully, I don't know what to expect 40 people at regionals because you have to qualify or
Yep.
140 people. I wouldn't be surprised either way.
I was just gonna say the flow and the time is hard until we have a better handle on how many
Sure.
signups there are.
But I have the way that the logistics will be set up, okay?
Sure.
So we're gonna have 4 stations all going at once. Okay. So there'll be 4 stations, everyone will start at a station. And then the 5th event, everyone will come down. We're only gonna reorder for the 5th event. So it's gonna be based on order of sign up until the 5th event. 5th event, we're gonna reorder everyone and we're gonna start, and it's gonna be an awesome head-to-head race for Battle of the Bridge, for potentially Arnold spots, for national spots, for both shows, for national. And so you're gonna rotate around 4 groups and then the 5th. So it's gonna be fast. It's not gonna be overly fast, but it's gonna be a good pace. You're gonna have
Sure.
15 minutes to warm up and you're gonna.
Let's go. Yep.
So
Time to
it's
go.
gonna be good. I think people are tired of sitting around at shows for 10 hours. I know I am.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys ready for the events?
Event 1.
Viking press. Max reps in a minute.
Viking press.
Viking press, max reps in a minute. Probably gonna actually use I'm probably gonna buy Madewell's Viking press because it's more like competition sturdy other than ours.
Okay.
But we'll see. But we'll have a Viking press.
Event 2.
Stone to shoulder,
Ooh.
max reps in a minute, no tacky.
No tacky towels or
No tacky at all.
at all.
No
None.
tacky at all. So no grip shirts will be at the show.
Okay.
And no tacky. Obviously, the stone weight will be adjusted that there won't be tacky. If there was tacky for Frawley's class for super heavy, it'd probably be 350.
Right.
But since there's no tacky, it'll be much lighter, probably a
Right.
270, somewhere in there. Realistically,
Yep.
you could do some reps. And remember, regionals is going to be a lot heavier than the open,
Right.
as it should. So we got Viking press, stone to shoulder. We
Event
need a
3.
heavy event, right?
Event 3.
Max axle 13-inch deadlift.
Woo!
We got a max deadlift now.
Unlimited attempts.
No, 3 attempts. Great question. Only
Wessel's
3
rules,
attempts.
or
Yeah, it's gonna be 3 attempts. It's gonna be 50-pound jumps for the men and smaller jumps for the women. But we're only gonna have 3 because we're trying to move. One thing I've learned in 3 shows, and I should have learned earlier, but people will take an obnoxious amount of attempts.
Oh yeah.
Too obnoxious.
Oh yeah.
So
Especially if
we've got-
warm-ups are iffy.
What?
Especially if warm-ups are iffy, people will
Sure.
take a few attempts.
People will take a ton.
Yep. Right.
And okay, so we've got stone to shoulder, Viking press,
13-inch
max
axle.
Why am I blanking right now? Hercules hold. Hercules hold. That's
Okay.
coming back. Staple at bridge.
Yep.
Good grip event. It's a fun grip event. We have a really good idea of the weight matrix after bridge. I think we almost nailed it perfectly for bridge. Like there weren't holds that were too long, and there was only a couple classes that were too short.
Right.
That goes fast, and it's a really fun grip event. Get good pictures from it.
Cool to watch. Yeah, it's cool to see. That's a good visual event.
And we got it. Might as well use it. So those are our 4 events that we're going to be circling around. And then we're going to start at the lightest women's classes up until the heaviest men for both shows. For the 5th and final event at Battle at the Bridge, everyone's going to come downstairs and it's going to be a head-to-head. We're going to reorder. So first and second will go against each other in every class, third, fourth, etc. Head-to-head bridge frame race. We've got 2 bridges.
Yeah.
It's going to be 50 feet down and 50 feet back, and that's going to be like for the title. I like it. It's a race. You're head-to-head. That's how we're going to finish the day.
Let's go.
So Battle at the Bridge obviously goes out with the bridge for this year. We'll have a way to use the bridges every year for Battle at the Bridge.
Mhm.
But those are the 5 events. We got some heavy, we got some reps, we got a race, we
Go.
got grip, we got it all.
Hell yeah.
Uh, so, what are your boys' thoughts?
I dig it.
I'm ready.
I dig
Sign
it.
me up.
Let's go.
I like it a
The
lot. So
stone
we
to
can.
shoulder with no tacky is going to be a challenge.
I like it. We're
No
gonna.
tacky towel, nothing.
Nothing. No
That's a
tack and no
challenge.
grip shirt. No grip
Right,
shirt.
right.
Max reps in a minute
Yep,
for that. So when you guys sign up next week,
yep.
there'll be some that don't have weights yet. And stone to shoulder, when I put the weights in there, will be an approximate weight for a while because I'm actually making all new stones for it.
Right,
So I'll actually weigh the exact stone and then I'll be able to tell you, like, I'll literally put in 243 if that's what it weighs.
right.
So you'll know the exact stone weight, but I'm just not gonna put those in yet. A max is obviously a max. Viking, we're not gonna know for next week. So when you guys for the next about month, there's not gonna be any weights in the weight matrix. Just so you're all aware when you go to
Right,
sign up.
right.
But yeah, those are the 5 events. That's how the day is going to be laid out. We're going to get
Go.
there in the morning for the regional championships, and then we're going to end the day with Battle of the Bridge 2. It's going to be just such an awesome day.
I can't wait.
And just hopefully just absolutely pack the house. I would love I've got some ideas that I really hope they can come to fruition. We'll see. They're lofty goals this year for just setup and everything. So we'll see. But there'll be Viking press will be downstairs, and probably max deadlift will be downstairs, and then stone to shoulder or maybe stones will be outside and deadlift will be or stones will be inside and deadlifts will be outside. I don't know yet, but regardless, there'll be two
Yeah, whatever
two
you do
events
with the
going on
stones.
outside, two
Yeah,
events going on downstairs, and then we all come together for the bridge
right,
race.
right.
Yeah, I'm excited. Obviously, Bridge is
Go.
our baby. Polar Express is too, but we haven't had the first one yet. But Bridge is always going to be our huge show. We can only do so much in the winter in Western PA. But man, we're gonna make it a spectacle this year, and I can't wait.
Let's go.
Can't
I'm
wait.
fired up. I'm so
So
fired up right now because we just got the events. Let's
yeah.
go.
So there you go. I talked with Dion and props to her because she was so open to a new idea. And I told her, I don't want to have a show if I can't have everyone. And it's just I just think about the people like look at Santino, for example. Okay. Santino's a
Right.
13-year-old kid, Dante's cousin, and he's been down at the gym training his ass off. And you can tell he doesn't want to say it yet,
But he's
out
starting
loud,
to
but
get that. Yep.
he's been bit by that iron bug. You
Yep.
guys all know what it feels
Yep.
like. If you're listening to this podcast, you've probably been bit by the iron bug. So you know what it feels like. 13 years old, man. Like, I'm jealous of him because I wish I would have got bit by the iron bug when I was 13,
14.
but 14. So I think about Santino, like, dude, he's got a strongman comp at his own gym that he's probably going to want to do, right? Like, instead of having to drive 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours to go to a show, he wants to sign up for the one at his own gym, and his gym's going to
Right.
be closed that weekend anyway. And then I'm like, well, you can't do it because it's a regional, and then I have to, like, that's
Right.
whack, man. Like, I want to have the regional. I like the idea of regionals, but I want to do it all, and might as well do it all in one day. So
That's awesome.
we'll have the day liquor license again, so
Yep.
any spectators or competitors that are done can drink. And we'll have the food, and I think we're gonna do it a little bit bigger this year if everything comes. You guys will hear nuggets probably every week until then, but
Sure.
we're gonna do it big with the supplement booth this year. I'm sure Hossware will come up again too.
Oh, I swear,
We gotta
boys.
so obviously we gotta pray for good weather. Gotta look at the Farmer's Almanac, but um gotta make it like a little expo this year. I want more
Yeah.
booths. I want more
Right.
sponsors. Dude, shout out to everyone that came to Bridge last year because you guys, like, Hossware had a booth and they killed it. And
Yep.
580 had a booth and we killed it with the supplements. Like, so just like coming, because we don't charge money to get into our shows
Never will.
and we never will, ever, ever, ever.
Nope.
And the reason we do that is because in my opinion, you're more likely to come and support the sponsor, support us, obviously. Like we are a sponsor, but it sounds cheesy, but it goes a long way and it helps us a ton just buying a tub of pre-workout or buying a shirt.
Right.
So we'll have a ton more spectator shirts this year. Hopefully they last until the night show. But yeah, just getting the ball rolling on that. November 20th, signups will be live. So you go a week from today, sign up.
Yep. Let's go.
So that's it, boys. You guys
That's
are
a big drop, dude. We just got
yeah,
the events. We got a show concept that's never been done before. That's cool. We
yeah.
just got the date, what the events are. Oh man.
June
Oh
25th.
man. Now we got a giveaway for Grip Mountain and 580 horsepower coming.
Mhm.
Yeah. Don't
This is a
forget.
big week, dude.
Yeah,
Big
don't
week.
forget to go. Don't forget to go enter that. Take some pre-workout from me. So it'll be randomly selected. We'll have at least two things to give away. Like
Hell yeah.
I'll bundle the shirt with the pre-workout or we'll just do three separate.
Hell
But
yeah.
but yeah, I just appreciate the support so much. Make sure you guys are checking out horsepower pre-workout and whey protein coming soon. If you guys got okay, there's a lot of creative people out there. And I'm creative but in weird ways, not with like artistic and naming and stuff like that. Frawley came out with a name for horsepower. If you guys have a creative name for whey protein, shoot it my way. I'll be sure to hook you up. I'll be sure to take care of you if we end up using that name. So if someone's got a good way, it doesn't have to be like horsepower or anything like that. It can just be a name. It's all going to be under 580 supplements. So,
Right.
but yeah, we appreciate it. 100 episodes down.
Hell yeah.
So
Don't worry, y'all. We didn't forget about OSG and camouflage courage. We're gonna talk about it next week.
yeah, we'll talk about everything.
We're gonna talk about it.
We're recording this on Saturday night. So these two bozos got to go to bed and
Yeah.
get ready for the show. And
I'll
We're
probably be
gonna
in bed
talk
by
about it.
12.
we'll have a booth there. I hope a lot of people come out. We about to have a ton of people from 580, like 20 people.
It's gonna be awesome. Can't
Yeah,
wait.
we'll have a check it out next week too, because we'll have a vlog for Camo Courage too, I'm
Yep.
sure. So
Yep, it'll be
but
coming.
but yeah, thank you all so much. 100 episodes down, a bazillion more to go. We've come so far. Can't wait to see where we're at on episode 200.
Hell yeah.
And we'll see you guys all for episode 101. Thank you.
Peace.
Later.